Good morning, ladies, and today I wanted to hop on here and do another video on essential oils. So today I wanted to talk to you guys all about sun safety because it's starting to get warm, right? And there are some oils that are considered phototoxic. So what phototoxic means is that it's a reaction that occurs on the skin when we're exposed to sunlight. So that means sunlight when you're going outside, but it also means sunlight like if you were in a tanning booth, so any kind of UV light. And so there are a few oils that can cause a phototoxic reaction. So these reactions, if you think of anything like we would get maybe with some sun poisoning or a really severe sunburn, they're going to be similar to that. So you can get extreme redness and a sunburn from them, and this will be anywhere the oils have been applied that have been exposed to the sun. There can be blistering, there can be some skin discoloration, and even some swelling. So you want to be super careful with the dilutions and the oils that you use when you're heading out into the sun. The most common phototoxic oils are going to be our citrus oils. So bergamot, grapefruit, tangerine, mandarin, lemon, lime, and that's cold pressed lemon and lime. You can find what's called a steam distilled lemon or steam distilled lime, and maybe less commonly some of the other citrus oils, but those two you can find pretty readily, and those two are not phototoxic when they are steam distilled, not cold pressed. Cold pressed lemon and lime is phototoxic. And then bitter orange is also phototoxic, but sweet orange is not. So you'll want to double check your scientific names on your bottles. You want to always make sure you're purchasing from a company that supplies the botanical name and the common name of your essential oils. So sweet orange would be Citrus cineus, I believe. I'm not positive what bitter orange is because I've never used it. So yeah, you want to get the sweet orange and not the bitter orange if you're going to be using it and you're going to be exposed to sunlight. So the best thing to do to avoid those types of reactions is avoid using those oils before you're going to go out in the sun. They usually say about 12 hours is sufficient, so you could put something on at night. So let's say, for instance, I use a grapefruit shea butter lotion, and I use it at night. By the time you get up in the morning, take your shower, and do all that, you should be fine to go out into the sun. The other kind of way you could still be safe would be as if like you're using the lotion and you're going to wear jeans. You know, you don't have to worry about being exposed to sun that you know, clothing is going to cover that area of your body. So if you're putting it on your body and it's going to have clothing on it, then you're good to go. The kind of flip side of that would be like if you put it on and you're going to be in a really thin swimsuit cover-up or something like that, then that wouldn't be enough coverage to protect you from the sun, so that you could still have a phototoxic reaction to it. Then there's a couple other oils that aren't as commonly used that do have some phototoxicity properties to them, and they are, I think angelica root is one of them, and there's a couple of them, but they're not as commonly used. So you can always double check your oils to see. There's a component, a chemical component called, I'm gonna butcher it, furocurmin. I'll type it in the comment box so you guys can see it. There's also a bergterpen-free bergamot oil, which has the phototoxic chemical removed from it. So you can also buy, there's a couple ways to get around it so that you can still use those oils if you choose to, and you're going to be exposed to sun. Now, if you live in a colder climate also, so like I live in the northeast, like in the wintertime, the sun's not really that intense around here. I wouldn't be super concerned with going outside, obviously, and you're mostly covered with an oil that had citrus oils in it. But like in the summertime, definitely want to avoid those. And like I said, there are some, if you get the dilution low enough, there are some instances where it would be okay to use some of those oils, and and you would be okay out in the sun if the dilution was, and it's really low, so pretty low. A lot of them are like 0.5% or less. So you kind of have to know the oil though, so it's going to be dependent on which oil you're using. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Try to avoid your citrus oils unless it's like sweet orange, or you have the steam distilled or the Bergdorf free oils. Avoid your citrus oils when you're heading out into the sun, and then you will avoid any phototoxic reactions. And if you guys have questions about phototoxicity or essential oils, be sure to post them in the comments. If you're looking for some specific dilutions that might still be safe to use, you can post them in the comments. I would say that kind of, if you're using a soap, you probably wouldn't have to worry about any phototoxic reactions because you're rinsing it off. But any topical products that you're going to leave on, if you're using products that are heavy in these phototoxic oils, use them at night or when you're not going to be outside in the sun. And like I said, so if you guys have questions, post them in the comments below. I never introduced myself. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Kristen Bango. I'm one of the leaders in the group here. I am a certified clinical aromatherapist and a master herbalist. Any herbalism or aromatherapy questions you have, post them in the comments, post them in the group and tag me. I'm going to keep doing these series for you guys as long as you have questions. So any questions you have, be sure to post them and they will go in the queue for future videos. I mentioned in my last video that I was going to be doing one on cleaning soon, so I flip-flopped and jumped on to do this one real quick because it is getting warm out. Everybody should know about phototoxic oils. If you're using essential oils topically, then you're going to want to know those oils to avoid. So the next one will be cleaning. I'm going to go over what is the minimum inhibitory concentration, which is the concentrations that you need of your oils to make sure that they are at the right concentration to kill all those pathogenic microbes that you want to get rid of. So that will be our next video. So if you're interested in that, make sure you keep an eye out for that coming up. And if you have any questions about cleaning with essential oils, pop them in the group. That way I can get those addressed on the video. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.